The best way to summarize Tears of the Kingdom? Too many great ideas. Playing through Tears of the Kingdom to record a video, there's something I've noticed, and that is the logic of Breath of the Wild is missing from Tears of the Kingdom. I think I can illustrate that by comparing two identical scenes from both games. Starting off with Breath of the Wild, we're going to take a look at the beginning of Link's interaction with the divine beast Va Meadow. Right off the bat, Va Meadow is presented as a threat the moment you set foot in the village. Talking to anyone in the town reinforces that notion. This divine beast is such a problem that the Elder sends you to talk with one of the best warriors to do something about this. Then, when you go to the warrior, he makes you prove your skill in battle to ensure you're up to the task. The game has done a rather good job of staying consistent. You're taught early on that Va Meadow is a problem. None of the Rito will venture near it except for the warriors. When you offer your help to a warrior, he makes you prove your skill to ensure you're not going to get yourself blasted by a laser cannon the moment the fight starts. Everything about this is logical and could easily play out if this were the real world. It just makes logical sense. Now let's take a look at Tears of the Kingdom with a similar scene. Coming to the Rito village, you see that there is an issue. However, this time it's a whirlwind in the sky instead of a mechanical monster. Coming into town, a few Rito mention the snowstorm that the whirlwind is whipping up. The Rito quest kicks off with Tulin getting upset that his family won't let him investigate the whirlwind, even though all the Rito say it's too dangerous for their best warriors to investigate. So Tulin storms off in a huff. This leads the player into a rather bizarre situation where you can see the big trouble affecting the village, but instead of dealing with it, you're forced to take care of some 12-year-old kid who's upset that he's not treated like a respected warrior. Anyway, you're then tasked with finding the kid and bringing him home. After some investigation, you find him on a mountainside forlorn that his favorite bow was stolen, a bow that you are now tasked with retrieving. After retrieving the bow, the logical thing to do would be to take the kid back to the village, meet up with some warriors, and deal with the whirlwind. However, it's at this point the Rito warriors show up, chide Tulin for running off, and then praise Tulin as the only person who can go up into the whirlwind. So let's follow the game's logic here for a second, shall we? First, we're told that the greatest Rito warriors themselves are too afraid to deal with the whirlwind. Then we're told that Tulin is definitely too young to deal with the whirlwind. Then we're shown that Tulin is too young to be of any help because he can't even get his only weapon back. Now, I may not be a scientist, but this all seems to point to one very obvious conclusion. Tulin shouldn't go near the whirlwind. However, the game not only does a 180 on that point, but it goes a step further and has the Rito warriors praise Tulin as the only one who can deal with the whirlwind. So now we're told that a 12-year-old kid is the best hope for the Ritos. However, of course, no warriors are going to go with him. I mean, if they were truly worried about the kid, they'd help escort him. But not this time. The adults sit back in the village and do nothing while a literal child is sent to save the day. Compared to the straightforward logic of Breath of the Wild, this is just such a departure that I'm utterly baffled by the choice.